Ooh, can you hear my shoulders popping?
I don't know if that's healthy.
How's it going? Welcome back. My name is Melvin A.C. Howell, and I appreciate you coming to Halazia Dance University, where we make dance accessible all around the world.
For beginner dancers, new dancers, admirers of dance, and everybody else who just loves music.
So glad to be here, so glad to be back. Now today, as you saw on the title, we have Ateez. Now. If you're watching this, you're probably an Ateez fan. I want to say my apologies, because whenever I did my first Ateez video, I recognized, well, y'all let me know that it was not the right one to do for my first one, because it was super laid back. And there's nothing wrong with laid back choreography. It was still dope. But you let me know that it didn't do justice to the skills that Ateez has. So y'all let me know, Halazia, bouncy. So I added those to the list. And today, we're gonna get into Halazia. Now, I don't know if I said that right, but I bet it's gonna be dope. I take y'all word for it. I'm super excited. So without further ado, if you are new to this channel, my name is Melvin A.C. Howell, professional choreographer, creative director, and dance coach internationally. We about to jump straight into this. Let's do it. Oh, you already know. We got to put the headphones. Now, how am I going to put the headphones? Melvin, get your life together. All right, super excited. Ateez, get me lit. Get me lit. Come on. I know y'all finna kill it. Okay, I'm already gonna stop it. I'm already gonna stop it because I know this beginning looks super simple, right? And in theory, on the surface level, it is pretty simple, right? They're just walking. They stand there and they walk to their next place, and they walk to their next place, and then they walk to their next place, right? Wrong. That's not what's happening. I'm gonna run it back, and I want you to take a look at this before I break it down. Just take a look at this. I want you to recognize that it's more than walking, which is why if you like this song and this choreography so much, this is part of what draws you in. Just watch it. Now, did you pick it up? The part that makes it so like it draws you in, instead of you getting bored at them just like standing and walking from place to place? That's because there's stage presence. Now, stage presence doesn't always have to be like super high energy, making faces. Sometimes the stage energy is just like making your presence known and owning your space, right? So if they're just standing, oh, whoa. It's demanding their space instead of it just being like, oh, whoa. Oh, whoa. This looks boring. You already about to click off and go to another video already. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right? Stay here. Stay locked in. Stay locked in. Okay. So their stage presence is already on point, So I'm expecting that same stage presence, if not more, throughout the remainder of this video. And we're not even in that deep. Look at this stage presence. One more thing.
Here's another key detail that they put in there that makes so much sense. It makes so much sense.
Okay, so here's the difference, right? So we already talked about their stage presence, right? But now we're talking about the texture of their motion, right? So instead of them just going walk, stop, walk, stop, here's what's happening. Walk, slow, walk, slow. What it does, it keeps you engaged. It keeps your eyes tracking them. We're used to seeing moves either constant motion at the same tempo, the same texture, or we're used to seeing stop go, right? So our eyes register stop motion. Our eyes register a constant movement, or stop motion. But what makes this so fascinating, even though like theoretically it's simple, is it creates this normal, slow, while it's changing direction. And it keeps you engaged even with such a simple, just a simple act. Beautifully done. Great detail, great detail. Let's keep it going. Y'all know me, y'all know I love good textures, but you also know I love good pictures. Look at this picture they're creating in the back here. And he gets up there so fluidly. Boom. All right, so we got, look at this, look at this. They're creating this pyramid, right? It goes up here to the top. We got these hands here creating little triangles on either side, also going down the back here. And then you have the hands up here at the top. It's nice that his hands, his fingers are spread instead of just being here. If they were just here, it's still a nice picture, but it looks too sharp and it takes away the soul of this shape. But to have that angle opened up past a 90-degree, to have those fingers spread out, makes a huge, huge difference, and it pulls you in more and it shows more volume, more heart. And then that pyramid comes right back down here. Beautifully done. Having their heads down also helps with this shape because it takes the attention off of them at the base while they're still completing this pyramid. Because it's meant to focus on this guy up here and especially this guy right here in the center. Now, by having this pyramid go up and having his hands out like this, his arms out like this, it takes your attention away from him being sitting on the shoulders, essentially. So you're not all up in his butt crack like, oh, that doesn't look clean, right? So your eyes naturally will travel up from the sides. You'll see this picture at the top. And then you have this gentleman here dancing in the center. So anytime your eyes do come down, they don't go to the back where the guy's sitting on the shoulders. You see him dancing and he's framed so beautifully. And then it's great that these two gentlemen here on the side are walking off, and the way that they're walking off, it's almost like when curtains open at the beginning of a show. You see the curtains, but then it automatically kind of sucks your eyes back into the center to see everything that's happening. Beautifully done, Ateez. Wow. All right, y'all, once I get through all of this and breaking it down, we're gonna go back from the top and just watch the whole thing so we can see all the things that I'm breaking down. First of all, that choreo section that we just saw, I was gonna pause it sooner, but I was like, nah, I gotta let this play through. It's so clean. Now, the cleanliness of that execution is what makes that choreography so impressive, right? So if we were to just take the choreography as it is, and we were to give it a skill level from beginner, intermediate, advanced, it's within that like intermediate range. Some of the skills teeter between beginner, intermediate, some are strictly intermediate, some teeter a little closer towards the advanced. But the part that makes it a little more intermediate advanced, it's not necessarily the moves as it is the time signatures, the movement patterns. The fact that they're not doing a lot of traveling, there's not a lot of transitions in the section, but how they execute, and it looks so clean and they look so uniform. Now that being said, there's this, I think it's this guy here. This guy looks like something out of an anime. He looks like a superhero. His execution it hits so hard that my eyes naturally were drawn to him. And it's the energy that he's putting into the moves. There's a little more sauce. There's something is happening that pulls my eyes a little more towards him, but that's only because I'm looking super in deep detail. But they look great as a unit. Watch, it's so clean. Here we go. Here's just another little detail, because I know y'all like whenever I get really detailed and like nerdy about it. With this part here, when they come into this circle, you can hear that doom 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 doom. Now, there's multiple reasons they do this. So one of the reasons that they're stomping is so they don't have to worry about the counts. They can hear each other and they can hear if they're on time or if they're not. Okay, so that's one reason. Another reason that they do this is whenever you stomp, naturally you will feel those vibrations come up from the floor, through your feet, through your ankles, through your shins, through your knees, vibrate up your legs. And what this does is it registers more with the brain in terms of timing. So if you're not stomping, right, you don't have to stomp. But if they're not stomping, then it's a lot easier to get off beat or to miss a step because it's not registering all the way up here sometimes, right? So by stomping, it not only helps with the counts, but it helps with that mind-body connectivity to bring everything together so you don't have to think so much about, am I on time? Am I stepping the right way? And also because they're turning, it's not just that they're like stomping in place. They're turning as they do this. It helps them to keep track of how many steps while they're turning. It just helps solidify that mind-body connection, muscle memory, all that good stuff. Let's keep going. Okay, here's another little nerdy fact. There's a lot of fast footwork here. Now the footwork's not complex, but it is fast and it requires them to travel from one place to another and then pivot to go to another place. That's not always simple, right? So what's happening is whenever they're moving, a lot of the times they're keeping the weight on the balls of their feet. By keeping the weight on the balls of their feet, it allows them to absorb a lot of that shock so it doesn't damage their knees, it doesn't damage their ankles or any other joints, and it doesn't hurt their back. But on top of that, it keeps them bouncy, it keeps them lighter on their feet. It's a lot easier to move your feet quicker and get from different place to different place than if you're flat-footed. Because if you're flat-footed, then naturally you have to pick up the full weight of your legs, and your legs are super heavy. If you stay on the balls of your feet, your core is more engaged, your glutes and your hamstrings are more engaged, but everything is also relaxed simultaneously. And this allows you to move a little bit easier while staying relaxed, where if I'm flat-footed, your weight shifts a whole lot more and it's a lot heavier and it's a lot harder on your body. Great work, Ateez. Y'all, thank you for this recommendation because this is doing justice for sure. As you should be, breathing hard.
My brothers.
That was crazy good.
That was so good, and especially in that last section, they started off with this stage presence that pulls you in, and then you do have these ebbs and flows as it goes. But if we were to look at this and it was a stock, it's flowing up, and they ended harder than they started. And I think that's beautiful because it's not easy to do. A lot of times what you will see in choreography is it will start off maybe chill, or it will start off like up here. And then it kind of comes down a little bit, reserve energy, peak again, come down, reserve energy, and then it will like kind of cool off, or it will stay here, maybe one more small peak. Here, it starts here, it comes up, comes down just a little bit, up, and then they finish on this super high. Beautifully done. Great use of levels, because again, it keeps us as the viewers engaged. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful job. Thank y'all so much for recommending Halazia. I'm super excited to see Bouncy. If you really appreciated this video as much as I appreciated making it for you, go and hit that subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Go ahead and hit those notifications and that like button. Comment, let me know what you want to see next, because I can't wait to get to it. Thank you so much for rocking with me. I'll see you next time on Haas Dance University, baby. Peace, love, dance. Let's go.